the Clydesdale. This was New Breed EDC's first knife, my first YouTuber designed knife, and I love this. And though Loot 10 Techs, this was only launched in 2023, he's had several collabs since with companies like Kaiser and Kubi. And this whole time we have been asking him, you have been asking him, for the next official New Breed EDC knife release. And guess what? The time is now. I'm going to show you the newest New Breed EDC design that is available for pre-order. Stick around. What's up, Kripple Krew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly, and yep, we're talking about New Breed EDC. If you're familiar with my channel, you already know how much I love the Clydesdale. I've been a huge fan of this knife ever since I first saw it on somebody's review. I can't even remember whose review I saw first of this knife, but I have been hooked since. I saw a review of this, immediately followed Loot 10 Techs, and I have followed his YouTube channel since, watched his designs, and just really, really enjoy his design language. But yes, just like you, I've wanted to see what the next New Breed EDC official release is. And Loot was cool enough to send the prototype of it into the channel so we could look at it. That knife is on pre-order, and I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. But first, stab that like button, like you mean it. /subscribe. I love to have you here. You're not going to miss all the dope knife and EDC content coming your way, including the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. We are getting so close to 1,500 subs. We will be doing a big giveaway, so bash that bell if you want some notifications on so you don't miss any of it. If you like what I do here, a couple of bucks a month allows you to join Kripple Krew Inc., which gets you members-only content and members-only giveaways. Soon, members-only lives. Like I said, it's only a couple bucks a month. It supports what I do here at the channel, helps me out a lot, but that's completely up to you. One last thing, drop a comment below. Let me know what's in your pockets. All right, enough about the Clydesdale. What you really, really want to see is the Wingspan. The Wingspan is the newest New Breed EDC design. New Breed EDC branded knife. And I definitely think this is a worthy addition. Let's put it up next to the Clydesdale while we talk about some specs on the knife real quick. We are looking at an overall length of 7.84 inches, so nearly 8 inches in length, a very good sized EDC. We have a blade length of 3.51 inches with a cutting edge of 3.16 inches, thanks to this generous finger choil. We have a handle length that comes in at 4.39 inches. We have T8 hardware all around. And even though this is an almost 8-inch knife, we are coming in at only 3.2 ounces. Now we got the specs out of the way, let's talk about some materials. So, you're going to be looking at titanium and carbon fiber along with S35VN. This prototype is a flat ground D2 blade for the prototype. So when I say hollow ground, ignore the grind on this blade. So it'll be a hollow ground S35VN blade in a blade shape that Loot is calling a SheepsMuk. Because you got a lot of modified sheep's foot with a bit of a Nessmuk belly. Your color options is going to be this look that you have right here, or black titanium with silver twirl carbon fiber and a silver sand wash. You know, not a dark wash like this, just a regular stone wash. I think I said sand wash. A silver stone wash. At least that's what it looks like. Oh, actually, it might be a two-tone finish with a satin and a stonewash. It's hard to tell from the picture. That version, there is also a prototype of that going around to reviewers. And the pre-order on this will run until both of these prototypes get back to Luke, probably late this month. And because then these prototypes are going to be given away by him on one of his live streams. And somebody will win a piece of knife history. I think that is so cool. Loot 10 Techs somehow always keeps his prices crazy low. I don't know how he's making money on this, but this pre-order right now can be had for $145 for titanium, carbon fiber, and S35VN, and then all the extra little details that I'm going to talk about that Loot has put into this knife. Will there be some of these available after the pre-order? He says yes, there will be some when the pre-orders are delivered, available for $150. But I wouldn't count on trying to get one of those, or if you are, I would be on top of it and get one fast, because those won't last. The Clydesdale sold out. I know that the Wingspan will sell out. Let's talk about some of the finer details on this knife that Loot has touched on. We already noticed that it's T8 construction all the way around. Let's start up here at the front. This finger choil turns this long knife into what feels like a very manageable blade by allowing you to choke way up on that behind the edge. I'm sure it will have a fantastic plunge grind termination so that you will have great sharpening life. Again, this is a prototype, so you can't judge that on this knife, but I'm sure it will have a great sharpening choil. You're going to get that great row of jimping. One thing that Loot does is he likes himself some good jimping. And this one, you're getting even more than the Clydesdale. That jimping is also very important for that front flipper. So we've got a frame lock action, and yes, it looks like a liner lock, I know, I'll get to that, with a front flipper or blade hole deployment. And you know, I've talked about proper front flipper jimping before. I like fine jimping all the way up and around, just like that, because it just grabs you whichever finger you want to open it up with. And let's see, I have done there. This is reach around approved, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it with the I'm not gonna be able to get it with the Band-Aid. But trust me, it is reach around approved. My streak of going without cutting myself on without injuring myself on camera ended yesterday, and I now have a couple of Band-Aids. So let's just say it is reach around approved, but I can't get it to work at the moment because of the Band-Aid. That action is tuned phenomenally. Let's move on to some more of these finer details. First, I love the way this pivot looks, and the transition from the carbon fiber to this milled titanium feels great. The transition is done like you can't really feel it except for the change in texture. It is contoured carbon fiber and titanium, making it very comfortable in hand. And another little detail that first off, this has one of the best milled pocket clips I've ever seen. A truly deep carry milled titanium pocket clip that goes in and out of the pockets so nicely. Tip up as the gods intended, right carry only. But Loot went and stepped it up an extra level and added carbon fiber to the titanium clip. It looks awesome to me. And now, again, this is a prototype, so don't judge this not very good chip of carbon fiber right here. The production ones will look much better. It'll be much more similar to that right there. So I think that is one awesome detail. And then the way this carbon fiber lays over the frame covers the frame lock. And why do I like that? Because I don't lock myself out in different grips from being able to open the knife. So, as you know, with a frame lock, if you put pressure on it, it makes it harder to open the knife. One of the things I typically have trouble with on frame locks is opening them with my thumb, because when I'm gripping, I'm locking myself out. With this frame being covered, you're never putting pressure on that frame, meaning it is very easy to open, and meaning that I also can open it left-handed without locking myself out. Typically, I can't reverse flick on my left hand with a frame lock because my thumb would be right on that lock bar. However, it flies right out. Also, because this covers the frame, we don't have to worry about where the lock bar relief cut is in relation to whether it's on the outside or on the inside, so that it doesn't catch your pants going in and out. The carbon fiber is going to cover that, and with the clip riding right on the carbon fiber, it just goes in and out of your pocket so smoothly. You know, we can slice with this all we want, but again, it doesn't really matter because this isn't a factory edge. This is just a prototype, and this doesn't have the hollow grind. This doesn't have the work that goes into it. So our usual cutting and such doesn't really matter. But with this full, almost 8-inch length, this is going to fit a lot of different people and give you a full-size knife that actually closes into a really manageable package. So with my extra large size glove hand behind the pivot, I have plenty of room. Right up at that pivot, I can choke upon this jimping and still have plenty of room and be away from that blade, or I can choke right up into that finger choil and really have control for some strength and cuts. Utility cuts, that tip being low in relation to the center line of the pivot makes it very easy to get down. You know I love me some sheep's foot, but this has some more belly on it, really allowing you to do some cutting, some rocking cuts on a flat surface, or just allowing for, skinning or anything that you'd want some belly for. This handle is comfortable whether you're holding it this way or if you need to turn it around to cut some straps. Very comfortable and easy to do. If this is the knife you got and you're in a beef jerky defense scenario, the beef jerky Avenger grip is very comfortable. I'm capped off. I'm well away from that blade. And in a beef jerky defender grip, I'm still capped off with the pocket clip in my hand, locked in, and I don't feel like I'm going to slide on any beef jerky juice. So, beef jerky defender grip, beef jerky Avenger, it is definitely approved. Obviously, use a fixed blade as your number one choice for that, but you use what you got on you. Let's look at the closed package of this. So, a quick size comparison with another full-size EDC knife. So this, most people should be familiar with. The Spyderco Manix 2, slightly shorter than the PM2. And the new Breed EDC Wingspan is every bit as long as the Manix 2. However, look at the difference in pocket presence. You're still getting a ton of blade and enough handle for even extra large or double XL hands to be comfortable. More cutting edge than the Manix 2, and yet such an easier pocket presence. That's going to slide, not only slide in and out of the pocket, but it's going to stay out of the way and allow you to carry whatever else you need to in your pocket. I've had this in my right front pocket, which is also where my phone goes usually, and I have no problems getting in and out of the pocket with this there. It's not in the way at all, and it does not weigh you down. This is absolutely a premium knife, being offered at almost budget pricing. $145 is a killer deal once again for the knife that you're getting, the thought that went into it, and the materials that you're getting, especially when it's coming from a smaller company like New Breed EDC. This would be easy to hit that price range if this was a Kaiser or a Kubi release. But he's launching this under his own line, and that takes a lot more cost, a lot more risk, and he's still selling these at a pre-order price of only $145. I think these are well worth checking out, and I believe that if you have a Clydesdale, they would make a fantastic pair to carry. The action is phenomenal, just like the Clydesdale. I think this is an absolute worthy successor and a great second knife to the New Breed EDC lineup. But I want to know your thoughts on it. Do you own a Clydesdale, and what do you think of the New Breed EDC Wingspan? Will you be pre-ordering one? I hope everybody has a killer day. Stay safe, stay frosty, most importantly, stay deadly.